Hey everyone, it's me, Master Walrus 9, here today with a video 5-minute review, Common Household Pets. Ready? Let's go. Okay, so what are pests? First thing you gotta acknowledge is a pest is really anything that's annoying or damaging to you or the house you live in. We're looking at insects like spiders, we're looking at insects like earwigs, and weevils, and rats. Well, rats are mammals. So rodents like rats and mice and possums and other kinds of moles and gnolls and stuff like that tend to be considered as pests. Birds tend not to be classified into the common household pests, but it depends on where you live, where they can take effect. Really, they're small creatures, about hand-sized or fingernail-sized, depending if you're referring to rodents or insects, that live rent-free. They survive off of your benefits. They eat, they live, they shit, they have kids, and then they die in the walls, like Hyomo. Really, pests are kind of bad because they can cause structural damage, they can cause health concerns, or they can do general annoyance. I don't know what else you want me to say about it. Really, pests aren't the way to go. Pests often come from terrible lifestyles of cleanliness. When you get to be filthy and not clean and not take preventative measures, pests are able to come in. And once pests are in, if they're not taken care of quickly, they'll grow exponentially. Stuff like termites, cockroaches, and rats are symbols of filth because you are not actively preventing those pests from coming in. And when you see these, you're often going to see areas that are filthy, or you're going to see areas that are often smelly, often associated with the food, or with the smell from food, because these pests get attracted to the smell of food. Pests have the issues of causing and carrying disease. So sometimes pests are the root of disease, like infections that can be granted by certain insects. Sometimes they carry diseases or carry other insects that carry diseases. Bubonic plague, everyone associates that with rats, and it makes sense, but it wasn't the rats that gave the plague, it was fleas on the rats that contained the plague. And so, while rats didn't cause the plague, the proclivity, the amount of rats helped create that spread of the plague. Or if you're filthy enough to allow pests to come into your house, that means there's some other concerns you might be having. For example, mold could be growing and that could cause serious health issues. Or you're not properly cleaning yourself or your areas, which can allow for bacteria to fester. How do we deal with pests? Well, pests can be often taken care of by other animals, as nature likes to do. Barns will often have what's called the barn cat. Barn cat is known for taking care of pests that like to eat on your products or your crops. Barn owls, same there. They live in the barn because it's a safe place, but then they also eat the rats, they eat the gnolls, they eat all that stuff. If you don't want to have a pet like that, mosquito extermination or other forms of pest control are perfect ways to set yourself up for pest protection. Something simple as a chemical product that you put around your house can help prevent ants from getting in. Two alternative ways: spiders. Spiders, well considered pests, also eat other pests. They eat ants, they eat flies, mosquitoes. It depends on the size. You have to worry about cobwebs, but also a lot of spiders are harmless. So spiders you might want to leave. If you want to take the ethical solution, avoid glue traps, avoid rat traps, and avoid killing mice in your walls. Try and drag them out with food and use what I call the rat bucket. Find plenty of videos of those online. Under certain conditions, these pests make great pets. A lot of people like rats, and they also serve as great experiments. Ants have a lot of kids, and they get a lot of reproduction fast, making them great for studying genetics. And moths are often used like butterflies to show evolution and traits. So final ranking, I'm gonna give it like 3 brush-tailed possums out of 5. They're alright, but honestly, for the common person, it's not gonna be good. Thanks to GammaFZ for recommending this. Let me know if you want me to review something in 5 minutes. Have a sloppy time. Bye.